Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort,
Hogan.
drip, snort, snort.
I got the drip, yo.
Snort, snort, snort,
Hogan.
Drip,
snort, snort.
I got the drip, yo. Damn, I got the drip, go. I got the tips, go. Damn, I got the drip, go. I got the tips, go.
I don't even start today. Like, there's so much to talk about, and I actually started the podcast a little early purposefully because I wanted to jump right in. I guess here, before we even start, let me preface something. All right, kind of important that I emphasize this morning. All right, when it comes to the members goal for the month, here's the deal. At the end of October, this channel was gifted an incredibly large number of members. All right, I'm not exaggerating to tell you we were gifted around 400 to 500 members. Okay, it was huge. It was exciting. It exploded the channel, and everyone was so happy for the last month to have these memberships during the release of all these new games, right? At the beginning of this month, I set up our membership goal for it to be very reachable. When I set up the goal of 1,025 members, that was in reference to the fact that we were at that point, we were still at like 930, 940 members. It wasn't that many more. And basically, we were looking at the situation as, all right, so that's a little bit of growth. And with the fact that there's going to be so many new releases over the course of the next month, right, it should be reachable. And I think we all agreed it pretty much was reasonable or reachable at that point. What has happened in the last month is that I've basically gotten no new memberships, okay? What happened was there's some people who renewed their memberships. Thank you so much to those who do. I really appreciate that. But for the most part, it just stagnated. And that goes directly along the lines of what we saw in DSP Gaming in the last month. Despite the fact that I'm playing the hot new releases, we plateaued. And if anything, what this shows, it's sad, but it's just true that DSP Gaming does not show up in the algorithm on YouTube anymore. When I'm playing a new release, I no longer am going to be showing up in anyone's search or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I got literally no new viewership really over the last month when it came to these hot new releases. What I did get new viewership of, the beginning of October, I played the Street Fighter 6 beta, and all of a sudden, I got a big spike in viewership and in subscribers, okay? But after that ended, basically everything this month has been for my dedicated fan base and viewer base, which is fine. I'm totally happy to do that for you guys because you guys support me. You guys are awesome, all right? But that's what's going on, and that's why you haven't seen any growth whatsoever in members. It seems like the level we're at is kind of the level we're going to be at unless I slowly grow the channel over time, which I'm planning on doing. As you know, right now we're in the midst of all these new releases, but we talked over the last year about different things that I could do, right? We added many different things to my style of content. React content was something huge that we're doing a week from today, by the way, the Black Friday Apocalypse Spectacular React event, something that I normally wouldn't have done in the past, but new things I'm adding all the time. And we talked a lot this year about the fact that moving forward as I get older, it's going to be a lot less about focusing on playing every major new release and doing constant gameplay, and instead I have to diversify my content to be more this kind of content. Me having discussions with you, having reactive. This is what's popular on YouTube now. Not sit here play game. It's just sorry. That's just facts. Okay, and if you haven't noticed, some of the biggest things I've done in 2022 were react events. It's just true. As opposed to me just doing the raw gameplay. If you look at the raw gameplay playthroughs, they just kind of stagnated, which is kind of to be expected, okay? So all that being said, no, I'm not retiring from being any kind of a gamer. Don't worry about that. Some people are worried about that, okay? No, that's not happening. But what I'm saying is diversification is key. Now, how that ties into what I'm talking about is the reason I'm bringing this up this morning is that giant gifted membership bomb that we got was about exactly 1 month ago. If I'm looking at my YouTube analytics, I think it says it was October 21st. That means we have today the 18th, tomorrow the 19th, and Sunday the 20th to try to make an honest push to hit this goal. If we don't hit this by Sunday, on Monday, this total is going to go boop. And now the Christmas event is essentially unreachable. Okay? Obviously, I don't want the Christmas event to be unreachable. The Christmas event is something that I do every year. It's an annual special event that we absolutely love doing. I dress up in holiday festive attire that I change out over the day. I have several different kinds of liquor and drinks. Okay? Pretty exciting. I love doing it. You guys nominate games. We do special holiday, either Feasting with the King or DSP Tries It or both. It's always an annual special event that people look forward to. I love doing it as well. It's always tied to some kind of a support goal, and we always hit it. This is actually the first year that I think we're actually in jeopardy of not hitting the support goal because we have just stagnated in membership support. All right. But again, this is not a complaint because the support overall is quite good here on DSP Gaming. This is not me complaining about levels of support. I'm just saying we set a goal. Everyone say, yeah, it sounds reasonable. And then here's just what happened over the month. These are just facts. Okay. So I hope if you have not become a member yet, over the course of this weekend, you'll consider it. All these crazy amount of benefits you get for being a member, including highlighted name in the chat and video comments, access to all my emotes in the chat and video comments, ignoring any slow mode rules in the chat when you're on a stream, having priority access to all of my special events, including things like Ask the King, where you get a special thread to post up your questions and get them answered live on the show. Because you're a member, you get the priority access, priority to nominate games for events and things like that. Like all this stuff, it's a great amount of features that you get for being a member here on DSP Gaming. By the way, all for much cheaper than it is to be a member, or I should say a paid subscriber over on Twitch, okay? So please, if you can, consider it. Now, if you're someone who supports this channel and you're in the given mood, this would absolutely positively be the weekend. You say, hey, I want to support DSP Gaming and I also want to support the fellow viewers. Maybe consider gifting some memberships around here and see if we can get those numbers up to the goal. Okay? Gifting memberships is easy to do. People have done it. There's people sitting here in droves waiting because a lot of people had memberships and they expired over the last couple of weeks and they'd be excited to accept them. So it's just a possibility. So if you're interested, you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do it over this coming weekend. I would like nothing but to say we hit the goal, we've locked it in, we're good to go. Let's start planning the specifics. Okay? Fair enough? All right, there you go.
And what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
Drip go. I got the 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 drip go. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.